outside, now you on the couch surfing, you keep a little ratchet. Living out his backpack, need to get it back. Got a grade double R and need both lanes. Got a dollar to his name, but he all gang gang. But you all on my when I find that strange. Keep playing with the fire, but his get burned. But your boy got spit when the light got turned. Got a dog crack when the boy won't learn. Big racked up shorty when the block is sherm. Always sorry when the cap don't work. Got the butterfly doors and the fly like bird. And I love my but I ain't them nerd like damn. Why pie get like yarn?
Since birth I've been shooting from a cannon. Mid-flight here to recite, I ain't landing. Handles like a vandal at night, you can't grab it. Fire underneath my hood is outstanding. Blast through a wall of bricks like Superman did. Ain't nothing holding me back but me standing. So I'ma take off right now from this planet. The new sound has been found in yo. I don't know what you've been told, but I ain't gonna stop till I break the mold. You see, I'm born in the music. I wanna rise in the ceiling, yes I do. I think it's time to see a brand new menu. I said I'm born in a million. I'm born in a million. Yeah, born in a million. Yeah, born in a million. All right now. You with me? I said, are you with me? Wake up to see my brand new horizon. The world's in my hands and the sun's tantalizing. Grab hold of mine if you want some good time. And it's been too long and you need some unwinding. Woo! Shake it low. The new sound has been found. And yo, I don't know what you've been told, but I ain't gonna stop till I break the mold. You see, I'm born in a music. I wanna rise in the ceiling, yes I do. I think it's time to see a brand new menu. I said I'm born in a million. I'm born in a million. Just don't stop. Born in a million. Born in a million. Born in a million. I wanna rise in the ceiling, yes I do. I think it's time to see a brand new menu. I said I'm born in a million. I'm born in a million. Born in a million. All right, let's go. You let me go. Born in a million.
There's a girl in my backyard. I can run fast but won't get far. My mom thinks that I'm an animal. I'm just looking for the antidote. There's a British girl on my TV screen. She's so hot, she's so mean. Burn my body like it's flammable. Girl, I'm still a fan of you. Hey, 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 hey. Like a cannibal. Baby, I'm a fan of you. Your sensation, my fixation. Just tell me that it's tangible. Baby, I'm a fan of you. Hey, hey, hey. Your sensation is my fixation.
Say don't play with me, but I still gamble with it. We getting right before we take off on the landing strip. Know that you like all the attention that a fan gives. Say that you like me, but you way too young for marriage. I've been here before. before I know exactly how it goes. Yeah, now I got you packing up your clothes. You can hit me up and let me know exactly when you close. I'm her favorite, says she need a. She wanna all day.
Hey, 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 hey. Your sensation, my fixation. Hey, hey, hey. Your sensation is my fixation.
Like damn, why I get a like urn? I'ma drop top. The sun won't burn when it lit like what, but the stripes ain't earned. I'ma get it right now, I ain't waiting no turn. Got a brand new house, tryna avoid my hurt. About 6 point something, it feel like church. Or the hood got whack and the set went turn. Got a 488 in the glide like Kurt. I've been living off golf from the last few deals. When the night check came and I still got chills. Hit a 2K lick, I ain't even go pro. Got a boss outlet, now I'm smelling like go. Call me Ice Cube, baby, where they sit on my chain. Heard a lame tryna play up my name when I'm 23 to it. And I'm going no brain, going dumb with these hundreds in my thumb. Got stank. Out here, everything come free. I ain't never met God, but I bet he know me. Put the money in a set of dying them streets. To the boy, I lay hooping, I ain't riding on fleek. Got a Porsche light skin in the ceiling, got peeled. I was 20 plus young when got real. Young black boy running, got me out of that field. Better living off game, you should get it on I ain't film. Never your kind, late but I'm really on time. Girl, what you put in your mind, I ain't digging your sign. True for that mine, hurt but I made it out fine. Still in my prime, bro, really outline. Talk like you Tony, I'll grind, throwing 20 on 9. How you live with no spine, bro, better off dying. Man, you got nerve, bro, need to get a bird. And I'ma get it off first, find a way you ain't surf. You looking all hurt, funny till your ego got nerve. Boy, I made it all worse, woke up looking like work. 150 lay on my shirt, 20 lay on my teeth. Boy, I make an M in my sleep, everything I want in my reach. I'ma run it off tops, wonder where I've been pulling off lots. 454, I'ma keep it on stock. Bezel with the ticker on rocks. Big side, tell me what I ain't got. Get it right now where I got it back then. Number one stunner, but the level on. Raised by the gang with a meal like Philly with a watch 250 and a so silly. Yeah, 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 yeah. When the door got closed, I ain't feel too bad. I'ma run mine up, I'ma have some stash. Now you in a broad purse, but you going outside. Now you on the couch surfing, you keep a little ratchet. Living out his backpack, need to get it back. Got a grade double R and need both lanes. Got a dollar to his name, but he all gang. But you all on my when I find that strange. Keep playing with the fire, but his get burned. But your boy got spit when the light got turned. Got a dog crack when the boy won't learn. Big wrapped up shorty when the block gets served. Always sorry when the cap don't work. Got the butterfly doors and the fly like bird. Better love my but I ain't them nerd like damn. Why pie get like yarn?
Yeah, thinking that it happened overnight. It didn't. In it for the long haul flight. Committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite. I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite. They timid. Thinking that it happened overnight, but it didn't. In it for the long haul flight. I'm committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, but I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite, cause they timid. Look, wait. I got people trying to wish and pray that I'ma fall about it. All about it till we spoke in person. Don't wanna talk about it now, huh? Oh, you sound tough. Toying with them, don't get wound up. How you wound up? Another number in the round up. Put the town up. I built this thing up from the ground up. And if I bounce up, I get my crown stuck. Green light go, got the east side flow. I'm a giant in the space like FIFA 4. All the kids sing along like EIO. Every time when they see my show. Thinking that it happened overnight, yeah, it didn't. In it for the long haul flight. Committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite. I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite. They timid. Thinking that it happened overnight, but it didn't. In it for the long haul flight. I'm committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, but I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite, cause I'm timid. Look,
Esto es talento y favor and you got no skill. I got drive, baby, ustedes son roadkill. Yeah, ya te dije, no están en mi carta perder. De pequeño estoy ungido, baby, ese es mi flex. No me couldn't be me. Pa' mi frequency, te frequently matando esto con sabor y efficiency. No gasto tiempo, waste no time, not my money. Boss baby, CEO del LLC, lo tengo en un pánico. Dale rápido, quiero crecer y dar más fruto, algo botánico. Lo hice bien orgánico, tomé el maquinón. Voy subiendo como espuma y tú bajando bien titánico. Out my way, I ain't built this in a day, but you know I'm here now to stay. I'm hungry, boy, I'm not here to play.
Thinking that it happened overnight. In it for the long haul flight. Committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite. I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite. They timid. Thinking that it happened overnight, but it didn't. In it for the long haul flight. I'm committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, but I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite, cause they timid. Look, wait.
First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Atlanta. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. First play and a first pass for Cousins. Short throw caught by Pitts. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. To throw is Cousins. That's out wide here for Robinson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Robinson up the middle. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Cousins. And it's caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Ray McCloud. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Oh, what a juke into space. And it'll end there as he goes out of bounds, but a heck of a return all the way inside the opposite 40.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
They go play action with Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throwing is Hurts. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Toward the sideline, intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now Cousins. He hits Mooney going across the middle. Down to the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Darnell Mooney, 72 yards. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. And Hurts going to move them around. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Lorenzo Carter coming in and dropping for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Cousins to throw it. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Here's Cousins. In trouble, and he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, and that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. Looking deep here from Mooney. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. In motion right is Smith. Here's Hurts to throw. To Barkley on the check down. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts on target to Dallas Goedert. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. So remember... was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got him this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Cousins. That's caught left side. The tight end Pitts. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
That's complete to Mooney. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
There's Mooney with another catch. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Falcons go up by 2 touchdowns. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7.
Yeah, very impressive the way that they've moved the football. Full command of their playbook, full command of the way they've wanted to attack.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Eagles take over first down kick at their own 27-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Hurts. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. They'll come up 2nd and 7. To throw, Cousins. Over the middle, caught by London. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Cousins now. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Second and 10. Throwing is Cousins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Here's second and 10. They'll drop to throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's third and 9. Back to throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
On fourth down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. That one deep for London. It got his man complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't give points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, 76 yards. yards. And the Eagles come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Elliott good with a PAT. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Now a 2nd and 6. Throwing, Cousins. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To throw is Cousins. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick 6 TD. Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. I mean, what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now Cousins. Oh, and the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief. A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Eagles are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Well, I think it's safe to say that the third quarter's not been a whole lot of fun for him. A couple of interceptions thrown. He seems to be a different man here in the second half.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. He'll get this up to about the 44.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This is 2nd and 8. A handoff to Barkley on the option. And he'll get maybe a couple, if that, up to the 46. Here comes 3rd down and 7. Throwing is Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. This one into the hands of Pitts. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Kyle Pitts, 50 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And great field position coming up as he gets this just shy of the 45, out of bounds at the 44.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. And the Falcons are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
I tell you, you don't have press conferences when you sign guys like this. But he's been a real difference maker so far. That's now 2 interceptions for him in the game. And when you're getting contributions up and down your 53-man roster, you're going to be all right.
Following the interception, Cousins. That one deep for London. And that's going to be incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Cousins now from the 50. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws, has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd and 6. From the gun, here's Cousins. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Devin White defeating the offensive line and getting to the quarterback. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this one drops in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be, and now it's 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it.
Good route here.
Cousins to throw it. And a 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, baseball folks, Charles, they like to talk about the 3 true outcomes, a strikeout, a walk, or a home run. But for this quarterback, it's been the 2 true outcomes here. He's got 4 touchdown passes, but now a 3rd interception.
And it pains you to think that you have to try and tell him to rein it in. But at the same time, you can't just chuck it up there and hope for the best. And old school football coaches will tell you there's 3 true outcomes throwing the ball, and 2 of them are bad.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Complete, it's Dotson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. And this is caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going.
And now the kick is blocked. And the defense has it. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
As you tell me all the time, Brandon, mark that play down. That should be a tie game. Instead, a great job by the guys blocking it. And, boy, they've got to have a great lift going off the field.
And the further it happens in the game and here in the second half, it just gets more magnified. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Here's Cousins. That is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now Cousins. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Handoff now to Robinson. And he'll snag about 5 yards down in the 32. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the third down? Right now, they're executing really well.
The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. A quick throw out wide to Mooney.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Robinson going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Robinson is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And this time he is in. Bijan Robinson. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons will add to their 4th quarter lead.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie him. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This is 1st and 10. Back to throw. Pass complete, got her. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Cousins to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Cousins. Throw left side, complete to McLeod. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They'll run with Robinson. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So stuff from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Brandon Graham buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage,